It's a tradition at this point. Hello, Internet. I actually sorted out something to make myself not do that, and then I didn't use it. Yes, very much potato. How are you, Sani? I hope you're well. Thank you for letting me know that I was muted, like a fool. Again. Okay. I can see why. Actually, needed to turn my mic up because, well, this game has that thing where it's only audible when it's focused. So I'll turn it down a little bit. But yeah, on the weekend when I was really tired and said I was only gonna knit, I started playing around with this thing. Like a doofus. And I got it working. I'm not actually using it right now. And then I forgot to fix my mic levels. Of course. Thing works. It works well now. Now that I made it talk directly to OBS via WebSockets rather than trying to execute some dodgy script to make it do it via the command line. So the solution I ended up using was much better than the one we were talking about on stream on the weekend. I'll show it off this, like, on Sunday, probably. It depends on their latency. Like, if you have to invoke an entire shell and then wait for that shell to, like, do its thing and then get the return, and then you're like, that's got to all happen in the space of time that a knob is being turned, might actually cause some problems. Might actually break things if it, like, you know, if you turn the knob too quickly or too many times or whatever. So yeah, not the best solution really, actually. But now it works. So it's good. It's good. Yeah. Hardware timing issues. Knob latency. I'm aware. I'm aware that you are, in fact, an adult. As are we all. For better or worse. Hello, fish skull. You're large. So anyway, yeah, it looks like we are in, I don't know, the dry sea.
Was this an ocean? An ocean that dried up?
Do you also feel very silly walking into this thing's mouth?
My cane. No, I would rather die than use that damned thing again.
Sure, why not? Why not, Fred? It's, always novel when they, like, literally draw the path for you. in one of these set pieces, because if you go too far outside of the boundary, everything will kind of break in terms of the story. This is the way we have to go.
Hair so dry. I need to find water. My bed. Another memory of my illness. I'd better find some shade before I dry right up.
So now we've got to walk
Oh,
into
shush it, Bella.
shadows.
And that diamond shape again.
Okay, this way then. I was gonna go up and around, but sure. Big fish.
I can't take much more of this. I feel woozy.
I mean,
Is that a house? That's not a house. That's our house in Inglewood. Am I dreaming? Or am I just losing my mind?
who could say? Could be both.
Harry? Are you home?
Can Harry breathe water?
I am definitely losing my mind. I don't understand what is happening, Harry. Are you... It's a photo of my mother and me. She had just gotten worse from her illness. The happiest day of my life.
Oh.
And one of the few pictures of Harry without his glasses. The Everhart twosome. What a duo. My mother's music box. Cousin Robert? But I don't have any cousins. What a sweet melody.
There's a lot going on here. mythology-wise. Oh,
What was that? Another vivid dream? And my music box again, but it wasn't broken anymore. And what a catchy tune. I'm not going back up there. The fuse box is already providing electricity to this entire setup.
okay. So it is actually working?
I've lived more in these last 2 days than in the previous 6 years. With my illness, I'd forgotten about the kind of person I am. I might not be daring, but I am determined. Love gave me strength, but it also gave me something to lose. Homemade loudspeakers, probably to amplify the sound. Homemade loudspeakers,
Yeah.
probably to amplify the sound.
Get that part. Where do we make the sound happen?
Alright. Can you turn it on, Cass?
Please, sir, we should not do this.
Not now.
Haven't we had enough warning, Mr. Everhart? What else do we need? Another death?
Listen to me. Frank lost his life setting this whole thing up. So we're not going to discuss it anymore. We're going to activate it, period. That clear enough for you?
Kyle. Hey, Mar!
Fine. Same to you. Please, Cass, activate. It's working. Come on. It's working!
Is there something wrong, Harry?
The ground. The ground is shaking. No. No!
No, I can't!
I told you, Everhart. You damn fool. You're going...
Damn it. Missed the end of that. I think I know what it says though. Okay, so these pillars, is it... No, we already did that. That's powering amplifiers and stuff. Yeah.
Now that it's filled with water, it looks like a baptismal pool.
Guess it does. Okay. That visual effect there is cool. Oh, of course, the last one's down here, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, we did that. Did I just not mark those down last time? Okay, fair enough.
A torn picture. Maybe the Polynesian guide didn't like people taking pictures of his scar. The only tent that came out of the rock slide in one piece is the one filled with amulets.
Okay. Where, I wonder, do we make the sounds from? Not here. That's a speaker. I've completely forgotten. Maybe it's just this microphone?
I haven't sung since I got sick, but let's give it a shot.
That's pretty cool.
That was quite a show.
It certainly was.
This feels like hallowed ground. Are they bathing him in black ooze? His hands are changing, like in my dream. Look at those spots. They look like mine.
Wow. What a surprise.
Now he's some sort of man-fish? Fish of every size and shape.
Ooh, I wonder if that matters. If we're gonna have to, like, use those for a puzzle.
This looks like the same kind of elevator that was in the campsite. These patterns look too familiar. She sounds worried for him, I think. Where is this taking me? Looks like I'm inside the giant fish head that I saw from below.
Well, that looks like it's a puzzle, doesn't it?
Harry marked this symbol for a reason. I'd better write it down. Harry threw a bottle against the wall. Was it because he was frustrated for not deciphering this? Or because of what he discovered when he did? A broken liquor bottle. Is this Harry's? He hates booze. It's amazing how words and symbols can keep their meaning after thousands of years. Someone punched the wall so hard that they bled. Was it you, Harry?
Fish people. And a butterfly. Okay. So we got 5 spots.
A complex pattern.
Or maybe this is just a... Okay, so those guys don't change, it's just the location of the diamond.
Well, this one was easy, I think.
Oh.
My dear old pal, Nora. I wish I could write something else, but a long time ago I promised you I would never lie to you. So here goes. There is no cure for your illness. What you carry in your blood is changing you, and it will keep changing you until it's done, whatever that means. There is nothing we can do to stop it. My dear old pal, my partner, the love of my life, I am so sorry. I've made so many mistakes. All those deaths because of me. Frank, DeWitt, Roy. All for nothing. Maybe Teodoro is right. Maybe we can return to the beach and build a raft to get back to Papiete. Maybe in less than a month, I could be back.
There's no cure? But he didn't finish the letter. What did you do, Harry? Where are you? I know for sure that you didn't go back home, so what? What do I do now? Are you still on the island? I have to find you. I'm starting to understand this language. This one was really hard to figure out. Good job, Harry. Well done, Harry. Boy, am I lucky that you did the hard part of figuring things out. John McCormack's Dear Old Pal of Mine? Our favorite song.
Poor Harry. So I'm not sure. But it seems like sort of an interesting difficulty spike. Cool puzzles. Okay. So. One, two, three, four. Okay. So this one's water animal. This one's eternal life. This one is transformation metamorphosis. Yeah, okay. Then we have to align these. I do not know what the significance of these symbols is yet. Which is okay. And then I'm assuming, obviously, that we're going to have to put this diamond in the right location. That seems fairly obvious. But where the last two symbols are, I don't know. Like, we're missing this one. Sorry, this one. I missed this, I think.
God's blood. Does this mean that... Is this related to me somehow, to my disease?
Yeah, me either. Okay. So the symbols may mean... That is an interesting puzzle. Okay, so what I'm guessing is... Um, yeah, these here correspond to... this symbol is a little bit small. We can show them from here. Like, here, and here, and here, and here, right? So each of those symbols is actually a radical component in the language. This one, I think what it's doing is it's designating the like quadrants to be related to one of these symbols. Well, I don't know where we got this from, how we know what the order is here. But my guess at this stage is we have to move this crystal so that it corresponds with where it would be in relation to, you know, it's harder to explain than it is to just do it, I think. That said, I don't know the solution yet. Okay, so we know that the transformation radical, is in this one here, destined inevitable transformation. Yep, sure. It also has eternal. So that would make it I mean, by process of elimination, it's the bottom left one. But on here, it's the top right. So, the question is then which one do we then rotate and then we're still missing some parts, I think, like this one here. Right, so maybe there's more notes around here still. Where is there anything that we have not? Yeah, looked at that one already. And like we've looked directly at this one. So we know it's like animal or something like that.
I've
Or
seen
liquid.
this symbol in the murals several times. I guess it can be applied to
Oh.
both water and black ooze.
Okay. It still doesn't tell us exactly where we need to put this. Although, again, what am I thinking? Of course it does. No, it still doesn't. Got it around the wrong way. Come on, kids. Okay. So hold on, it's the bottom right one here, but it's the top right one here. So to put this in a relative position, it would have to be here. But on which one? 2, I guess. Is this one 2? So that would then in fact be the right position where it is. So 1, which I'm going to assume is this one right here. Okay. 1 is the cross and then life. Okay. So that'd have to be top left on the quadrant, so that'd be number 1. Which means I think that, I did that again, I think that actually needs to be there. Alright, number 3. Number 3 is life and liquid. Wait, hold on. Number 1 has 3 different... okay. So it has life and liquid and eternal, actually. This one. That one, and that one, and that one. So that means... Yes, yes, yes. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, that still makes sense. And then number 3 here should be... Hold on, that's... liquid and... life. That makes sense. Water animal. Okay. And that, I think, may completely destroy my theory. Damn. Because it doesn't match up. I... I'm not sure. I know that we've got compound. I just don't understand yet the relationship between where the diamonds are supposed to be, our numbers, and all of that. Because this, right, it's yes for that one and that one, right? But you see there's only one spot that is shared between the two of them, and that's also shared with Eternal. So that would make sense, but then it doesn't. And then this one and this one should exclusively share a spot as well. But if we have a look, bottom right is eternal life and transformation. Wait. Yeah, nothing. Yeah, like, yeah. So that doesn't make sense at all. My idea doesn't make sense. But also there's the fact that we're in the corners as well. So I'm like in between the two.
This is the right combination.
I don't know what just happened.
Those are drums of some sort. Nora, you idiot, just follow the sequence.
Sure would be a shame if that was during a musical puzzle. Whoops.
No, not again.
Try not to distract myself this time.
This technology never ceases to amaze.
It's pretty magic in its magicalness. It does seem very magic. Just straight up magic. Magic.
appears Harry didn't advance any further. Harry said it didn't work for him, so it shouldn't work for me either.
But it
Unless
will.
There's something different about my hand.
There is.
Anyway, Nora, you know what you've got to do.
Imagine. Just imagine. So anyway, I have no idea how we passed that puzzle. No idea. None.
My hands. Look at my hands. This is definitely not a dream.
So
And I'm
fishy.
starting to doubt the others were dreams too.
So fish. Although, pretty annoying to have your two middle fingers, like, permanently attached together like that. That would be annoying. So apparently I'm a fish now.
I should be scared, but it's hard to explain what I feel, but it isn't fear. Not a bit. Another one of those gates, like the one I saw in the temple.
I see. And now we are no longer
I'm
fish.
back to being me. It's hard for me to understand how these gates work. What happens every time I cross one of them?
Well, basically, you become a fish. I feel like that's not too hard to understand.
Another panel of this strange technology. What's it for? Something related to the currents?
Right, so I can't go in there yet until I work out that currents thing. But I'm just like, is there anything else around here that's interesting? Because we're kind of a fish person and underwater, and look at all these cool corals and sponges and shit. The most colourful things we've seen in the game so far. Okay. So what do we got to do with no clues here? Oh, we have no notebook either. Hmm. Okay, so that's not that. That's not right. No, it wouldn't, would it? I wonder if I'm going to be overthinking this. Right, so that's pushing me back still. Let's see, what was the way that we came? From a gate, right? I totally feel like we should be able to like raise and lower ourselves by pressing space, but it does not work. And when I think about it, why would it work? It's not that game. I was just talking before about how, you know, there are some specific games where the movement system is just, it's so memorable, or so, you get so into it that, and it gives you like mobility and stuff like that in a way that maybe other games don't. And you go and play another game, and it's kind of just like, restrictive in some ways. Hold on. Oh, what if I do that? Oh. What if it was just a timing puzzle this whole time? I don't think that was it. That might have been though. So why can't I go through yet? Hold on. Just making sure. Yep, okay. Still can't go through. If I turn it upside down though, and I get the timing like close enough, I mean. No? Yeah, maybe. Whoops. I keep getting slightly wrong. No, too late again. Come on, kids. Around here, yeah? I'm reacting very slowly today, apparently. Yeah, like, it's reacting like I'm doing something right, but... I can't. There's no way to push it. Maybe I just didn't get the timing right on these. Oops. I mean, my timing's been pretty bad. Yeah. Okay. There we go. That was it. The answer was
Wow.
not exactly. It's just that we were doing it upside down to begin with, which is weird because why did they let us do that? That was very cool though.
The island is pierced by underground currents.
I hope Harry's alright. I don't think he can breathe underwater. Where's our... There it is. He does indeed have a surprise fishwife. Although I think he's
That architecture again. Where is this gate going to lead me now?
less surprised than some other people would be. I think he is aware of maybe
Quiet and peculiar place.
some aspects of having a fishwife. Do I want to push that yet? Probably not. Let's wait.
I wonder who used to live here. It seems it was abandoned ages ago.
So another button here.
Although they are the same style, these huts are much simpler than the magnificent architecture I've seen up to now. Whoever the inhabitants were, they were living here against their will. Someone vandalized this mural. Some hands look human, but others are amphibian hands.
Okay, so there's another button up here.
Is that black blood the same thing as the black ooze?
Okay. So, let's get the other ones then. And also look at the other pools of ooze, because there's been at least one more. Like this one.
We slaves, masters,
Heaven, slaves and masters and... Nicole. Wasn't Nicole in the notes? I understood that.
Yep. Getting Dagoned, everybody. How do you feel about being Dagoned? Extra surprise fish.
There are some hand marks made with pigments. I wonder if they mean something. I better draw them just in case.
Ooh. Good thing I checked. All the angles. Like, angle that one from here, or do I have to go around? Guess I have to go around to the other side. How do I get there? There's also that one. Oh no. There's a line. Right, so we have to go over the other side to see what's on this side. Or are they identical? Looks like they are in fact identical. Okay. Okay then. Guess I slipped. Woo! Sure am sleepy today. Probably all of that traveling to the office and then having to travel back home again very quickly, and it's like cold and stuff. Did you know it's cold?
How can I explain what's happening to me? What is the meaning of all this? God's blood, transformation, eternal life. I feel like I'm going through what was written in that inscription.
Oh yes, okay. I'm supposed to press the statues, the buttons in an order. Right.
Black blood in eyes, like in the well.
Okay. So our order should be... We haven't found them all yet, right? There should be a, like... purpley swirly one. So these ones are the... These ones have the yellow hands. So that's... This one's a fourth, right? Right. How do I reset these now? Probably by doing the last one. Wherever that is. Big fish mouth. Okay, and you are 3. You are 2. You would be the last one, which means that I must have missed one up here. Yep, here's the purple swirls. This is the first one.
Water animal. Is that what I am now?
Yes. Buttons reset. Okay. So... Oh.
The inhabitants of this village lived at different altitudes. Some even lived inside the water. They used this sort of dam to lower or raise the water level. It seems that each family had to agree somehow to change the water level. I'm amazed at how organized they seem to be, despite them being so primitive. Being trapped here probably made them stronger as a community.
Alright, so if you push this one first. Maybe I've got it in the wrong order. Maybe this one's last, which would make white hands first. Maybe it's ascending. Next is yellow hands, so we gotta go up. It's not the worst kind of puzzle, but it does take a while. So, confirming, yellow hands, yep. Then I think it's red hands, yep. Although I have to say, if I was, like, fish people, I probably wouldn't be writing this on my walls. Okay, now if we did this right. So now I guess we go down to the bottom bit. And we see what's here. A button.
This civilization used these devices to raise and lower the water level. It's impressive.
It's pretty impressive, I guess, yeah. Guess it is. Although, it seems like a very, like, extravagant method of traversal. Okay, so those thingamies can reverse direction. Fish. And I guess we shoot something into that? Oh yeah, right, of course. Gotta do this. Yeah.
The sunken continent. Was that their punishment? So these creatures are immortal?
even so, I'm like, wait, which
This underwater town is a beautiful place, but it has also seen a lot of suffering. All the island is that way. Beautiful but dangerous. The danger does not seem to affect me, though.
Hey, Red, how you doing? It sort of does, doesn't it? It's very, very Lovecraft coded, but somehow cozy. In a kind of, yeah. I would describe this game as you are chasing after your husband's Call of Cthulhu adventure. They
This
haven't
looks like an altar dedicated to two figures. I can hear
Yes.
them talking to me.
Very much. The entire game, like you start off basically in this form and it's just a dream. But I'm like, this is very Shadows coded. It's very like, very Innsmouthy. And yes, it was. Okay, so these are the pillars that we used to actually get down here. Cool. Alright. One of the interesting things about this is a lot of these mechanical kind of... Yeah, Neon Lovecraft, hey. Except it's not really like... It's like, tropical. Wonderful, glowy, undersea, tropical world. Yeah. But I'm just like, okay, so there's a puzzle that we're supposed to be doing here, and it involves these vents. So we can go faster through these vents, but only in one direction to begin with. Alright, well, we've got to swap them, basically. Alright. But, yeah, we've somehow got to get that open first, I think. Now, that is clearly going in the wrong direction. This one. Oh, wait, hold on. What are you? Where do you go to your...
This panel is broken. I'll have to find another way to go through.
Hmm. Okay then. And this is there. What's this? Oh, it's timed, right? Okay, it all makes sense. Yeah. So that door down there is it's timed. We've got to go through these. We've got to change this one. Cool. All right. Swap that over. This is a weird puzzle. Like, it's not hard, it's just kind of really easy to just get it slightly wrong. Just by not timing it right. Which I've done a lot. Whoop. Okay. So now, we go here. We'll push that button. And then we go... best fish wife.
My illness has kept me from being happy. What I feel now is the complete opposite of being sick. I feel full of life and energy. Even better than before my illness.
Yes, the power of being a fish lady. What does this button do, I wonder then? Ooh. Even lower.
Now the water level is really low, so I can access that tunnel.
Yeah, but... Oh, of course, we can access the tunnel that we couldn't get through when it was... Yes, it all makes sense.
These creatures lived like slaves. All their lives imprisoned and tortured in this place. Was it possible to live a decent life in here? If you've lived all your life in a prison, how would you know that you are a prisoner?
Mm. This tunnel. The broken tunnel.
Now I can enter this tunnel.
I'm still like, how did Harry get around in here? Our husband, that is.
This current is quite strong. I wonder where it will take me.
How am I getting on with which? Sorry? With being a fish person? Oh, that's a really big fish eye. Oh, it's a squid. Okay. Big squid. Oh, I mean, look. Sometimes you just gotta, you know, take life as it comes, and apparently Nora here.
Quite a ride, but it's over now.
You say that. We could probably do that anytime, couldn't we? Nora here. I think she is better with being a fish person than a non-fish person. She just doesn't really know it yet. Although she's kind of telling us about it.
Someone set up camp in here.
Oh, did they?
Looks like a means of transportation to get to that sanctuary.
looks like it might be a circuit puzzle. It's all timing, isn't it? Oh no. Okay.
This panel looks different from the others. It's much more elaborate.
I was way late with this one. Otherwise, not bad. That wasn't close enough, it seems. Well, I have just been eyeballing it, so to speak. Okay. Slightly longer here. These two basically need to go at the same time, seems like. That was too early, alright. And let's see, did we get it? Not quite. I'll laugh if it's completely not a timing puzzle. Maybe we should check out what else is going on here. It does seem like a timing puzzle though, yes. I guess you just gotta be pretty precise with it. Alright, what else is around here? Is that the only thing? Oh. So there's this mural. I think we missed up here.
Seems to show two possible courses of action. One means transformation, and the other means death?
Oh, Harry, I hope you don't death. So we can also go this way, apparently, to the spot where someone set up camp here. I noticed I'm not wearing gloves anymore. So I guess she is kind of okay with it. Although maybe she was only wearing the gloves so that people wouldn't see.
This... Oh my god. Did I almost forget about Harry? So the guide left the expedition. That would explain the workshop on the white sand beach, where I arrived. dear, poor people. Is this why I'm... A sanctuary? Harry, was that where you went?
My dear old pal. It's only Cass and me now. I have much to thank her for, even if our friendship is worn thin due to hunger and fatigue. If she hadn't insisted so much, we'd never have convinced Aotearoa. He guided us as we followed the river down from the mountain peak. And that's how we found this entrance. And the mural. Maybe I can't undo what's happening to you, Nora, but I think I can try to become like you. The original inhabitants of this island took slaves to a sanctuary. And there, they performed a ritual.
A ritual,
Aotearoa said the ritual was madness, and he didn't want any part of it. He and Cass argued, violently. When we woke up the next morning, he had left. I know it sounds strange, but you have to trust me, my love. I know this is going to work, and we can be together. You understand what that means, don't you, Nora? We have a second chance. With more love than ever, Harry.
Harry? What ritual are you talking about? Why on earth would you want to become like me? Please don't be a fool. You don't even know if that ritual of yours is going to work.
Feels a bit late for you to be saying this, Nora. Although, to be fair, you know, we don't know how long ago this occurred.
Somebody painted these symbols on the wall.
Harry's gotten to be a better artist over the...
You followed the river from the temple summit, and it took you some days to find this entrance. You followed the river from the temple summit, and it took you some days to find this entrance. Harry, that look on your face. You look deranged. She doesn't seem to care much about Harry. And she doesn't seem to be thinking straight either.
Harry's mental decline is more evident each day, but today he said he found out some place to carry out some ritual. I have to get to the bottom of this. I have to keep doing what I've been doing till now. Listen to what he has to say and go along with him. I can't stand him, but I have to tread lightly because it's just him and me now, and the black ichor. Well, I guess we try the timing puzzle again. So, how are you, Rat? I hope you're well. Thank you for coming in. Sorry, I'm a little distracted by this game and the fact that I am pretty deranged after work. Just, like, really tired. That's the way we came. Ooh. It was really good to see you while you were around. I hope you're just laughing. Okay. So, we try this again. Too early on the last one. Yeah. And also, so you need to go like right here. And then you. And then the last one when this one is like at the end. Almost like that. Hang on.
This must be my transportation to the sanctuary.
Fair enough. I hope that it doesn't take too long to get back to sleep. Or, you know, go like 10 sleep. I don't deal well with no sleep. Unlike some of my friends. Like, you know. Sawyer, of course. The reason I even... Pardon me. The reason I didn't know Sawyer then is by I have to is also an insomniac. So... But yeah, myself, I need all of the sleep I can possibly get. Chapter 5! Let's see how we go now. Will we find Harry? I don't even know how many chapters there are, so... Oh!
It all makes sense.
How often?
Nothing bad is going to happen to me here, as menacing as this place might look. The island, the ooze, those sea creatures. They're just defending themselves, like a wild animal against an unknown threat. That's how they perceived the expedition, like a threat. But I, on the other hand, I wasn't a threat. And I definitely wasn't unknown, was I? They seemed to recognize me, as if I was one of their own. Everything seems so distant now, as if I first stepped on that white beach thousands of years ago. A full moon? It can't be. Yesterday was a new moon. Did I lose track of time, or... Maybe this place isn't subject to the laws of physics. That's the only explanation I can find for this surreal night.
Either that or those gates were like...
It's hard to believe everything's
time travel.
real. Maybe it isn't. Maybe I'll open my eyes sometime and I'll be back in our home in Inglewood and... everything will be as before. My perfectly ordinary life with Harry. My daily routines. My illness. That will be as before too. And then I'll need to shake off this strange feeling that I have now. Feeling that I don't really belong there anymore. And with there, I don't mean Englewood, or Boston, or Newburyport. I mean... How is it possible that the strange events of only 2 days on this island makes more sense to me than the life that I've been living for years?
I think H.P. Lovecraft would hate this game.
There it is. The sanctuary.
He would hate it
So is this where you went,
so
Harry?
much.
Was this your last stop?
Yeah, but what if Harry is the squid? What if this whole time Harry was the squid and we didn't know because he'd been squid the whole time? Alright, we still have to deal with what's going on with these two. There's gonna be some more story bits.
Another camp. Although it's little more than a few things scattered about.
Nanomachine, son!
Hey, bud.
My dear old
We are a fish lady.
I never should have trusted Cass. I thought she cared about you, but she's just mad, obsessed with this place. I can't trust her to help me overcome the last obstacle. This door. I know how to open it. But what I have to do is mix my blood with the black ooze. Am I mad for even considering that? It's the only way we can be together. It has to work, right? All this can't be a coincidence. The ritual is made for the two of us, isn't it, Nora? I wish you could be here to... Damn it. I have to think it over. I can't. Tomorrow.
Gone and done it.
Leave it for tomorrow. Damn it. Stop writing.
What are you saying, Harry? Don't you see what the black ooze does? What it did to the doctor? Are you out of your mind?
Well, I mean, it turned the doctor into a fish man. That's why he went into the water.
A library? What are you talking about, Harry? Was the blood of these creatures some sort of catalyst?
Hope you're well, Bard.
Heavens, this dagger looks exactly like the one I have.
It is, in fact, exactly like...
What is this? It looks like the ramblings of a madman.
Oh, Harry. Well, it's a good thing we're here now. Oh yeah, right, so... The ooze.
These patterns look too familiar.
Well, I mean, look, hers is pretty good, so... Like... I think she's done okay, but... Sort of hard to say.
Yeah, I really hope this works.
That's the only way that dagger makes sense, actually, come to think of it, if the entire point is to cut yourself with it. It's a pity I can't show you. Maybe I can. Maybe I can go all the way back here and be like, oh yeah, look at the notes that we didn't need compared to the puzzle notes that we did need, and then this, I have no idea how I solved this particular puzzle. I just did thing, and then it turned out that the thing that I know, right, so many people need to stop cutting their hands in this game. There it is. So the dagger has this big gap, like right here. So there's no force transfer directly down. It would buckle, right? If you're actually trying to stab someone else with it, or like, you know, slashing, maybe it'd be okay. And then it'd have a really nasty arc. But like, look at that. It's the most useless dagger for actually using it for, you know, cutting anything reasonable. It's such a strange one. But her notes are quite good, so you know, you can see why she might, like, she's quite a good artist. That's her fish hand, by the way. Yes, yeah, very much so. But if the entire point is that you grip the blade and then it cuts into your own hand and you put your blood in the ritual, then that sort of makes sense. But it's the only context I can see it making a lot of sense here. Whoops. So yeah, this is the friendliest horror game I've ever seen. Uh-oh. Someone got shot.
Blood. Someone was hurt. Oh my goodness. And the gun barrel is empty.
I feel like that wasn't
Woman's
coordinated
earring
well.
stained with blood. My God, Harry, what did you do to her?
Now hold on a second. Let's be
He's
fair.
behind that door. I wonder which Harry I'll find. How much would be left of the man I love? And how much of the man who has lost his sanity in this place?
We don't know what happened yet. She might have shot him. Yeah. Like, maybe they just thought that was the right thing to do. I don't know.
I wonder what this means.
Animals.
Those stone statues seem to rotate with this.
Well, this looks like some starry wisdom, doesn't it? Okay, so we got some constellations here. And a button.
An eye and a star. Look at the stars, maybe. The stars are aligned, forming a constellation that I don't recognize. That is not the same sky you can see from Earth. And if
Really?
that's not the Earth's sky, where am I now?
You say the stars are aligned. Well, isn't that novel? That's a lot of ooze. Alright, let's see what else we can get for notes around here. Or do we just push the buttons and see what happens? What do you guys think? Ah, I knew there'd be something.
They carried these people here to test them. Like a challenge of some sort.
Yes, a test to see if you are godly enough. That was weird. Is there another one over here? Nope, doesn't look like. Alright, so stars. Stars, 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 stars. And now I'm looking at this and being like, I feel like that's not how constellations work. I don't know, there's got to be another small star here, right? But if that is the case... Gosh. I hope this isn't another one of those puzzles that we solve without actually understanding the objective. Okay. I'm pretty convinced that the stars are in
Circular
fact
stones with strange carved symbols.
very far away. Probably. I hope they stay there. I feel like the alternative is very warm. Briefly. Okay, so we've got these thingies around the puzzle. Are we supposed to be matching up where the actual sparkles go on or something? I don't think so. But we can't, like, interact with this yet. Whatever we're supposed to do. Where can we interact? I guess we might need something else.
It's a pentagon-shaped symbol with channels in its edges. What was it used for?
I can only assume that it was used for the goop.
It's a pentagon-shaped symbol with channels in its edges.
It's...
What was it used for?
See this? That's right, it's Gwyneth Paltrow products. That's what it is. Aww. Hmm. Okay, so that's that. But then if we press the button again, does it send them back? Can we? We can't. Okay.
An eye and a star. Look at the stars, maybe.
So that actually does seem... No. No.
Nanomachine, son!
Absolutely. The greyest of ooze.
Constellations and stars. These people seem to worship otherworldly gods.
Guess so.
I wonder what this means.
So maybe we didn't have enough information to do the thing yet. As you can probably tell, this game involves a lot of finding the right clue and being able to then use the clue in the kind of like...
Shining constellation. I better draw it.
way implied by the way that it is recorded in the notes. The notes are often quite a bit clearer
Where is this door leading me?
than the game. So are we supposed to match constellations? Like, are they supposed to overlap or what? Because they... like, none of them are exactly right, but it could be this one and this one. I think, hold on. Yes. Can you fit in somewhere? Here. There, there. And there. This one, where do you fit in? Oh, that's easy. Right here. Okay. Keep doing that. So, how do we now interact? Because I don't got nothing to interact with as far as I can tell. Do I need to... There's got to be something else we've got to do before we do that.
All these...
I missed that. Damn it. Okay, so what does this 90-degree rotation?
It's a pentagon-shaped symbol with channels in its edges. What was it used for?
Some aspects of this game so far have been a little like just trying to figure out what the designer was thinking. You know how it is. Wonder if we can work out what else happened with Cass. Certainly someone got stabbed. Maybe someone got shot. Ooh, there's some... Is there a way over there, or am I not going to be able to get there except by inside the temple? Because there's stairs up there, right? I don't know if they're actually going to be meaningful right now, and I can't climb. So... yeah, that's just this puzzle here. Okay. So something in here must still be interactable somewhere. It ain't you. We know what happens if we try and interact with that. Nothing. Okay. We've seen the stars. That basically does match up to the constellation, right? Yeah. Hold on. What happens if I haven't tried I haven't tried doing this. I haven't tried standing here and doing this. Have I? Hmm. And there's like no way to put something here and then observe it through these. Don't seem to be able to like rotate anything. Clicking on these doesn't do anything as far as I can tell. Right, so what do we have to click on? There is a reference to some kind of animals. Some stone animals. But I haven't seen anything apart from these with the buttons.
I wonder what this means.
Don't we all? So is there anything else I can push there? Doesn't look like. Anything here? No. We can't roll them back somehow? I can't click on any of these. And I can look in there, but that's all I'm doing, I'm looking. If I'm supposed to trace some kind of path, like that would sort of make sense, like witness style. If I was supposed to like trace a path in here that corresponds with the constellation, or like light up portions of it, that would make sense to me. But so far I ain't got nothing. And I'm just like, is this because I haven't gotten the right clue? Because as you can see, we're missing something from here, although it might just be that we solved the previous bit without needing any? I don't know. But yeah, this feels like there's supposed to be something else that I'm supposed to do to activate something about these guys. And so far I'm not getting it. And I can't go that way either, okay. Like I thought maybe that outcropping there had some point to it, but no. Okay, not there. You've got the constellations recorded. So, anyone got any ideas? I believe we have a problem. I can see through the world, sort of, at a very strange angle. If I put my head at a specific angle, I can see through. Yeah, so we're fucked now. Like, gonna have to load. Gonna have to load the game. That doesn't happen often, but here we are. Wow. I broke it, you guys. Completely broke it. Alright, so we auto-saved when we looked at
Where is this door leading me? Where
this
is
one.
this door leading me?
Right. Why when we looked at that one?
It's a pentagon-shaped symbol with channels in its edges. What was it used for? The stars are aligned, forming a constellation that I don't recognize. That is not the same sky you can see from Earth. And if that's not the Earth's sky, where am I now?
And also, can you give me something different to look at that gives me a clue as to what I'm supposed to be doing?
All these papers.
God damn it.
Those stone statues seem to rotate with this switch.
Which switch? What the hell is going on? Is there like somewhere I've completely missed? Okay, we've got all of the symbols. I'm like, maybe there's like some other completely like different section that I haven't seen.
This mural seems to describe a ritual involving blood. That dagger.
Right, so again, we've still got nothing here.
So I have to put my hand inside? Let's give it a try. Ouch! Oh! Ah! What was that? Looks like a tattoo, but it isn't. Those are my spots. They've moved.
So maybe I did have to do that.
Harry asleep in his tent. What a creepy photograph. A camera. It must be Cassandra's.
Weird that we didn't. Oh. Did you guys know that the stars are right? Well,
Circular stones with strange carved symbols. These icons on the wheel are the same as the constellations I have on my hand.
now it all makes sense. We did in fact miss a part. Okay, so which door do we want to try to open? I think possibly that one, and also that one. But let's see. So we've got that symbol. Is that the only one that we can activate? Yes, so far. Right. So we worked this out before, right? Where can we actually make the symbols fit? Where will turn? Oh, I guess we've only got. If we want to be lazy about it, we've only got 4 spots. So can only really be aligned in a certain way. Like this. Guess not. Oh, maybe it's not this one. Maybe it's actually... this one. And what will happen is... look at that. Deep in the heart. It's a caring game. Caring, loving, romantic story about a man and his fish wife and his quest to become a fish man.
What an odd structure, riddled with nooks and crannies and endless stairways.
Yep.
Maybe it only hurts the first time.
It doesn't only hurt the first time.
Ah! The second also hurts.
So, now we are going to gain all of the shapes necessary
When I
to unlock
arrived on this
constellations.
I felt like I was trespassing. But now, I feel like this is where I belong.
So as I was saying, fish lady. Not saying it's a bad thing. In fact, I think she's quite happy about it. In a kind of, you know, she didn't really know that this is what she wanted, but now that she's here, she can see that actually this is not only not so bad, but if people said that it was bad, they would be wrong. Okay, so the second shape. Or well, I guess the thing is we can unlock more shapes now, can't we? So I think this one here, right, that fits like here. So we need that shape for that, but I don't know if we have this shape yet. Although it's a matter of, does that fit this? I don't think it does. But then this one actually fits this one from two different angles. Right, so if that's there, then what we need is this one. Hold on. We first of all need to turn off both of these. That door stays open, I noticed, though. So that's generous of them. Alright, so I think it's got to be that one and that. Yeah, like this one and this one. The two that were closest to us. That one. And then this one. We are unlocking all of the stars.
This place is like a labyrinth. We were submerged in black ichor.
I think we actually kind of worked out how that story works. See, there were some people, right?
Harry seems to be on the brink of madness. But I don't feel the slightest hint of confusion. On the contrary, I feel my mind is more focused than ever. Oh, come on. One more time.
Two more times, actually. Probably 3 more times. Did we just drop down a ledge? Nora, are you becoming agile? Is that a thing that's happening? Ah, yeah. I know where we are. It does sort of suggest that's the last one, though. I think. Oh, right. Only one at a time. I see. Okay. Now, assuming that it is this one. This one. This shape. Yeah, that makes sense. And then we actually need this shape here, and then this shape here. So that is you here? No, that's not right. In fact, now hold on, we've done this one, we've done this one. This one is a Y, the hook. The question is... Yeah, no, it can't be this one. It has to be two of these and that one. It's got to be this. Is that the right spot? Is one of the only issues, but we'll get to that. I think it is. And then this here. Wait, was that it? Okay, let's align this properly and make it work, right? So... Yeah, so that's that. That's the spot there, okay. So, to fit this, we go... Like it's literally just overlaid that way. Okay. So we need the Y, we need this shape here. That means this one. And then I think here. Whew. Big brain puzzles. Sort of big brain. But my brain sort of is starting to get a bit tired. Gosh.
Black and white figures.
This is where they come in. Right. You know what that means? Harry got this far. Huh. Now wait, hold on a second here.
Good doggies, or dragons, whatever you are.
Alright, and now you control the white ones. Right. That's pretty much got to be right. Extremely fishy. That's okay. I am making all of the dragons sing. That's what we're doing. I think that is the right way. Although I don't know where you're going. Tomat. See, like this, how do we get over there? Or... Now, if you were... That's how, right. Okay. But no, wait. I can't do that. Right, interesting. Okay, so we have to set these up. We have to set the white ones up right. And then go back over here. And incidentally, we've already done it accidentally. Rotate this one around. This way. And then go like this. So fishwife is very content with being fish. Fish husband is less content and concerned that something is going wrong when actually nothing is really kind of going wrong. Whoops, you. I need to rotate you around 180 degrees. Cool. I mean, he's not a fish yet as far as we know, but he's trying to become a fish. And we don't know if this is a good idea. We've been assured that husband isn't supposed to be a fish, I think. He's come to the opinion that something about fish wife is good wife. He keeps leaving her letters saying, "You're the best fish wife, but I wish I was more like you." It's almost not a joke. This one, not the hardest puzzle in the game. Like there's been a lot of tedious walking back and forth, pushing the big stone button puzzles. Oh. But earlier there was a puzzle that I don't even know how we finished it. I don't even know how we did it.
Seriously?
I told you, Nora. It's gonna happen.
Ow! That hurt! Again.
Probably one more time after this. Maybe not necessarily, but you know, there are 5 like thingies. I have a suspicion that the last thing we're gonna have to do is make the stars match the constellation. The stars on the ground match the constellation in the sky. So that means that we need at least, well, we need one more. We need one more bit for the puzzle bit. Ugh. I was hoping we'd be able to read the mural, but nope. Okay, last one. That one right there. Let's switch them all off first. Kids. Yeah, and also Cass might actually just be a cultist or something, I don't know. And the doctor, well, he became a fish. That's what we discovered. Frank shouldn't have had to die. I think that's the thing. But other than that, everything's largely okay. All right. So, the shapes. That one kind of looks like this, rotatey. I could be wrong, but it's worth a shot. That one looks like this. And then that, so it looks like we're not using that symbol yet, or something. Anyway. Let's get our bearings, which is which. This is you. And then this one is you. Yeah, like that. And then this one is, I think, just the, what's it called again? The same one as the second one. It's cool when things have names. When you can readily assign names to things.
All the doors are open, but where is the constellation I need to open the throne room?
What? Throne room. Oh. It's that one. The stars are right, don't you know? Haven't you heard?
of those gates. I have to get into the water again.
And one of those gates without fish hands. Now I can't help but feel this is going to be puzzle relevant. But maybe I'm wrong. Oh, that's an out gate. Right, not right.
Oh, come on. One more time.
I told you.
Ah!
There we go. I feel like this is just like, maybe there was another puzzle they were going to put in here. But instead we just got to swim for a bit, and that's okay. Swimming's good.
I can feel the torment of the thousands of slaves who perished here.
I mean... Now, was this not literally the first thing that I was doing? Trying to fit all of these constellations here into this here. So, I feel like for sure maybe I'm wrong. Oh gosh. My brain is getting tired. Let's try again. Alright. So we've basically got 4 points where we can turn things on or off, and we have to get all of it. So it looks pretty inevitable that this one here has to be that. I think. Am I getting the alignment the wrong way around though? Because like, I think it's actually got to be the other way around. It's got to be up here. Ah. Hmm. Ah, come on, kids. Focus. I'm like, that ain't right. Really having quite a bit of difficulty working this out, and I shouldn't be. It doesn't seem that hard, actually. It's just like not really well defined. um, each of these stars here is represented on here, right? You've been so helpful up to this point, Nora. Why are you not giving us the constellation? In a place where we can readily compare it to the things on our hands. Okay. So. Yeah, that still feels like it should be, but it's wrong. That's totally wrong. When I actually do it, it's wrong. That's even more wrong though. That looks like it might be right for here though. Hey, bud.
Rap, tap, tap.
What is up? Do you have any suggestions here? Because I'm like... Yeah, no, that's still not quite right, is it? Everything about this is not quite right. Yes. And we succeeded, and that's how we got to this point where we are right now.
An eye and a star. Look at the stars, maybe. It's a pentagon-shaped symbol with channels in its edges.
We know,
What was
we know.
it used for?
We managed to get 4 out of 4 doors open. Oh, okay, 4 out of 5 doors open. Yes, right? Good job. Great work, everybody. So it's like, okay, so the problem that I'm having is I need to make it, like mentally I'm like, I need to make it match the stars as they appear. And so I'm inverting it in my head and it's coming out wrong. See, if I like stand here like this, right in the middle now. Wait, hold on. Let's make it easier on ourselves. So we know that this is aligned downwards. Huh? I think that's part of the problem I'm having here, right? Like, partially I'm getting turned around. Sure. Huh? Maybe I'm flipping it in my head when I don't need to. And what I should actually be doing is just... They do. Right? So they do correlate. And that is how we used those to solve the earlier puzzles. To open the other doors. Sort of. Like, sort of. You can see that there's like compound shapes in each of those. But what we don't have for the actual constellation is the shapes. So we sort of have to infer where they are. But also then the orientation. Like, are we projecting directly downwards? Because if so, then this is wrong. It's like upside down. Do you see what I'm saying? Like here, here, here. So this is this star here, right? It correlates to this star here. And this star here correlates to this star here. But that's upside down. So that's really doing my head in right now. It could, yes, yeah. I feel like given the number of constellations here, it is in fact hiding that it is not one person but a polycule. It's the only real possible explanation. And like parts of it I feel like the angles are wrong. Oh, I'm trying to make sense of it and I'm just not doing a good job. In summary. That said, this is a pretty pattern, I'm sure. Yeah, I thought so. We only have 4. We would need 5 to do that. Okay. So again, let's see if we can do this. I'm going to assume, based on like all of this orientation, that actually they just might have gotten it wrong. Okay, so then that would be, oh. Hold on, to fit that. At least this way we can like work out which are the right symbols in relation to each other, and then we can rotate it around. But I guess actually, what we just discovered was that it is not a chiral. Like it's not. We can't rotate all the way around because we're missing a spot. Yeah, that's what I mean. Okay, so this looks like one shape here, right? Not being able to look at both of them at the same time is also screwing with me. So it looks like maybe that, right? Like, but then there's that. No, it looks like it pretty much has to be that. So that would, again, like I'm now done projecting down. Like, it has to be here. But that's not in the right, like, orientation. That is. Huh. Right? Like, that's a novel, cool shape, but, yeah, so I don't actually know right now that I'm going to be able to do this, mentally speaking. I'm just going to turn these all off, and then we're going to have a quick look around here and see if there is anything that would give us an indication. Short of actually looking directly at the stars. Nora, please draw the stars, please. I feel like there's like this spot right here where it could go, just perfectly. Okay. So previously, we fit, yep, there and there. That worked like that. This one went there. Oh, like again, the fact there's no lines here, not helpful. I guess we could just draw lines like so if that were the case, yeah, like if they were the start and finish or whatever, that would make sense. But again, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We only have 4 spots. Centers, it can't be intersections. But yeah, like again, if I look at the way that this is set up, and then I look at this, we're looking directly at it, yeah? We're drawing it directly down, like, the orientation's wrong. It's the opposite of what it should be. See, this part here, this towards us, and this part over there is like, so it's like it's it's 180 degrees twisted around. That's what my brain is telling me. Maybe I'm wrong. But it's sure what it feels like. And that definitely means, right? That's got to be there. Okay, and then this is basically got to be that. No question. And then over here, we would have to do like, okay, so hold on. The fact that we keep on having to reorient ourselves constantly as well, not helpful. Right, so then it is fuck it. Nothing stops us just trying them out, kids.
The door to the sanctuary's open. It's time to find out what's waiting for me inside.
I guess we're not as tired as we thought we are.
There's something written on the floor. It's blood. Fall. Haven't I heard that word in my dreams? There's something written on the floor. It's blood. Fall. Haven't I heard that word in my dreams?
Everybody ready to go to the Embers Library?
Mirror. Is it made of black ichor? I feel like it is speaking to me. Oh, heavens.
Cool. Okay, now what? Because if I just was supposed to walk into it, that would make sense. Mostly it's DVDs that I have overdue. From you, Bard.
There's something written in the floor with blood. Fall coffin? Haven't I heard that word in my dreams?
I can only assume that we are supposed to go this way.
My God. Nothing that happens here appears to respect the most basic rules of physics. However,
Or
as strange as it may be,
maybe
it does maintain a peculiar harmony.
it's going out of its way to be nice. Now,
The workings of a clock. Or a music box.
I might not be the foremost scholar of the state of the yard,
Harry, is that you?
but I'll tell you what.
No, 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 no! Tell me it isn't you, Harry. It can't be you. It can't be. No, no, no. Why did you do it? Oh my God, Harry, no!
What if it's
Yes, you
Cassandra
performed
actually?
it. You poor fool. But why? I don't understand it. Why? You knew it. You knew it wasn't going to work. You knew the ritual wasn't going to work. That's why you never sat on the throne. You didn't even perform the ritual, did you, Harry? But you wanted me to think that you had. You even left a lure to confuse me. But why?
Huh?
What really happened? The only person with you in that sanctuary beach was Cassandra. So if you didn't die, it had to be her. Did she use the dagger to open the gates and carry out the ritual? You tried to stop her, but it was too late. She shot you with your own gun and left you for dead, didn't she, Harry? Because Cassandra was ambitious and would stop at nothing to uncover the secrets here. The island fueled that hunger for knowledge.
I don't know. I feel like she was already a
Doubts about
cultist.
whether the ritual would work. What happened to Cassandra cleared up those doubts. The ritual wasn't for people like you.
This is a lot of
was only for people like me. But you refused to believe it until the island itself spoke directly to you. Haha Folgafen. She is our daughter. That's when you finally understood. You understood what my fate would be if I didn't come here and carry out the ritual. A slow and painful death.
So yeah, but I feel like there is a return slot for the DVDs. I seem
So
to
you faked your
recall.
own demise and left your glasses near Cassandra's corpse. Those same glasses you never take off.
It may not be, yeah, I feel like there's some kind of
And you sent
deal
me a package from Tahiti, Harry. Your picture, the key, the
going on
dagger.
here.
Another one of your scavenger hunts.
Oh, Harry.
And I took the bait. You made me come to this island, the same island where you almost lost your mind and your life, the same island where 4 members of your expedition perished. Why did you deceive me, Harry? You said you would never lie to me. Why didn't you tell me the truth? Why did you do this to me? Because you knew that I would never accept my fate if it meant leaving you. Right, my love? Not even if staying with you would mean a slow and painful death. So the only way to get me to leave you was to make me believe you were dead. And you chose to live a life without me, so I could be who I really am. That's why you tried to deceive me. But I know you too well, my dear old pal. We've had so many years together,
Yes,
so many moments of love.
I remember you
happiness,
saying
understanding, friendship.
that you have
Beautiful life with you.
a list.
I know what you tried to do, but I can't let you make this decision for me, Harry. Either I embrace my fate and accept what I've always been, and leave you behind, or I reject it and return home with you to relish the time that my
I feel
illness
like-
gives us.
I feel like there are other options.
It's my decision to make.
Now that's unfair, game. Which one are we gonna do first? I can't make this decision, gosh. No, hey, hold on a game, that's not fair. Not even gonna let me, like, look around for a third option. Where is... Like, if you return home, there's no guarantee Harry's even gonna be there. He spent all this time hiding. I don't have a list of the rented movies, Bard, and I feel like you do. And I might have lost one down the back of the sofa, and now I'm not sure.
We had a really good life. But that's not my life anymore, is it, Harry? Not after what I've been through on this island. Not after all I've found out about myself. I can't fool myself anymore. I have to accept what I truly am and leave you behind. I'm going back home.
I feel like Harry could accept that you're a fish person.
What a lovely melody. I don't believe I've ever heard more than a few notes. Until now.
Like Harry was pretty cool with the idea of becoming a fish person so that he could
Years
hang
I
out.
thought I was sick. But the truth is, I was homesick. My poor health, the pain, The suffering. It was all because of how far I was from here. Everything seems so far away now. No trace of pain, no trace of sickness. Nothing besides this place. It's so pleasant to forget everything else.
Just lie to your parents and tell them that you're moving to the Caribbean. Harry.
I'm finally one of the thousands of minds connected to the Ichor. Connected with the Elder God. Goodbye, Harry.
I still feel like Harry would be okay with the Elder God. And I mean, look, this is pretty cool. If you could swim like this every day. And it was like, you know, stonefish.
Okay, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
I'm pretty convinced it's fun.
Don't forget the harmony. 1, 2, 3.
All my life is empty since I went away. Skies don't seem to be so clear. May some angel sentry guard you while I stray, and fate be kind to join us some sweet day. Oh, how I miss you, dear old pal of mine. Each night and day I pray you're always mine. Sweetheart, may God bless you. Angel hands caress you, while sweet dreams rest you, dear old pal of mine.
Dearie, I'm so lonely. How I miss your smile and your tender loving way. I just want you only, want you all the while. May God decree I have you back someday.
I mean, that is a valid point, Bart.
Oh, how I
Like, if you are some kind of, you know,
dear old pal.
regular old ancient sea god, but not the kind that can just randomly grant immortality to people. Yeah.
You're always
That would be a little bit of a kind of a problem with the relationship.
Sweetheart, may God
Hmm.
bless you. Angel
I feel like there is a topic here for a we didn't roll for this, but it's very squicky.
sweet dreams,
It's just the ethics of
dear old
if you're an immortal or like you're, you know, I don't know, some kind of elf that lives for 1,000 years or more or whatever. Like, half elves abused children
I love
100% of the
And
time?
I love you, Harry.
Hmm, very hard to know. But then again, I'm like,
Even today, so many years later, I still doubt whether I did the right thing. I lied to you for the first and last time. And even if it was to free you from pain,
Harry,
suffering, and death,
you should just go back there.
I deceived you. But I've paid such a high price for my deceit, Nora. Fate has punished me with a long and sorrowful life, with no other incentive than my work. Because that is the only thing I have now. My dear old pal.
Dean of Archaeology at Miskatonic University. What do you think? Should we go look at the other ending? And then I might actually have to get out of here because it's getting late.
You were right about one thing, Harry. I would never accept my fate if it meant leaving you. I know who I really am and where I belong. I know fate has eternal life in store for me, but an eternal life without you is worthless, meaningless. So, I choose the slow and painful death. I'm going back home.
Pretty much.
You staged this ruse because you love me. But true love is reciprocal. So I'm also making this decision because I love you.
I swear, Nora. It should be
Our
possible
love
to
is greater
do...
than fate, lineage, or all the pain I can suffer. Whatever time we have left, we'll spend together. When the time comes, it will be your hand that holds mine. And those beautiful blue eyes will be the last thing I see before I leave.
Has it really been only 3 days?
So, you didn't find your husband on that island, Mrs. Everhart.
I did find my husband. He wasn't on the island, though.
But what have you been doing these 3 days? What did you find there?
I don't know. The truth about myself, I suppose. And at the same time, the reason to go back home.
I don't think I follow you.
Have you ever been in love, Captain Hodgson?
In love? You mean like in a romance novel?
No, that's fiction, Captain. In real life, true love stories don't end with a wedding. They end with a funeral. And the only thing that eases that final moment of heartbreaking sadness are all the good memories lived together.
Honestly, I don't think I've ever felt anything like that, Mrs. Everhart. But if you love your husband that much, he's certainly a lucky man.
We are both lucky.
Okay, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
1, 2, don't forget the harmony. 1, 2, 3.
I feel like we've done this part already, so we should be able to like...
All my life is empty.
I guess not then.
Went away. Skies don't seem
I
to
feel like this would have been a really good
so
opportunity to have them swap the voices though. That would have been fun. But
you while I stray, and fate
yeah.
be kind to join us some sweet day. Oh, how I miss you, dear old pal of mine. Each night and day I pray you're always mine.
Alright, alright.
Sweetheart,
There's gonna be a closing scene though. A post-credit scene. You guys.
angel hands caress you, while sweet dreams rest you, dear old pal of mine.
Dearie, I'm so lonely. How I miss your smile and your tender loving way. I just want you only, want you all the while. May God decree I have you back someday. Oh, how I miss you, dear old pal.
Just setting up here. A post-it credit scene.
Each night and day I pray you're always mine. Sweetheart, may God bless you. Honey, are you all right?
I'm fine, Harry, don't worry. I can keep going.
No, listen, let's leave it for today. You shouldn't make any unnecessary efforts.
Really, darling, I'm fine.
You need to rest, Nora. Come on, I'll take you to bed. Even today, so many years later, I still doubt whether I did the right thing. In the end, it didn't matter. You returned home and forgave my deception. We moved close to the sea and had a few more good years, didn't we? Until you left me that one sunny March morning. I wish I could be reunited with you. But fate has punished me with a long and sorrowful life, with no other incentive than my work, because that is the only thing I have now, my dear old pal.
Well, that was certainly intense actually, but it was lovely. I hope you all enjoyed it. I'm gonna go relax. Yeah. A game where you get to be a fish person. And I don't know. I really feel like there should be like a secret path through this game that allows you to get a secret ending in which Harry also becomes a fish person. I really do. But oh well. Oh well. I hope you guys have a lovely evening. Thank you for hanging out. It's been really nice to have you here. And we're gonna go raid Sonnenveld as you can see. So I hope you have a good evening or a good day. Good evening, Senny. Good day, Bard. I will catch you all on the weekend when we will talk about how, oh my goodness, programming a thing. Mwah. I'll see you guys later. Bye.